Hey guys, it's Brandon Baum here, and today we're going to be breaking down exactly how I made this.
Don't move your head.
So, of course, to make sure I was never in any danger, we shot this in two separate sections. Up first, I had Alex jumping as high as she could over a mark. Then I dragged a green screen and shot, taped some fishing wire to an apple, placed it on top of my head, and then sat on the mark. Kleiny then yanked the fishing wire, pulling the apple off my head whilst I was reacting as if I'd just seen Alex jump over me. And now, we were ready to edit. To start, as always, we're going to open up Videoleap, click the little plus icon, and import all of our files. We want to select on our green screen layer and drag this above the layer of Alex ice skating. Next up, we're going to make sure our top layer is still selected, slide across and hit Chroma. We're then going to select on a clean section of green screen to key it out. Next up, select our intensity slider and move it along so it's keying out the perfect amount of green. The idea here is to not let it clip any parts of the image that we still want in shot. So on my image, I can see around the 15 marks looking good. We're then going to do the same for the shadows and try and clip off the perfect amount of shadows. So for me, I see I can take that all the way to 100. Perfect. We're now going to come out of the Chrome tab and on the toolbar, hit Mask. We want to create a rectangle mask and we're going to place it just around our body. Now I'm using two fingers to pinch and scale it and one finger on the side just to affect the width of it. And then going to grab it with one finger from the bottom just to feather it out. And we want to feather it to a amount where it's not clipping our body, but it's really blending out the edges around my body. Next up, we want to retime our two layers. So I'm going to find the point where I think Alex's blade's going to be close to the apple. Then I'm going to select on our top layer, drag it backwards and forwards and find the moment just as the apple starts to fall off my head. Great, now it's time to watch back what we've got so far. Perfect, now already it's looking great, however I can see a problem. As the apple falls off my head, it falls outside the mask line, making it disappear. So this is how we're going to fix it. We're going to select our green screen layer, slide across and press duplicate. Now we can see this has created a duplicate layer above our first. So whilst this layer is still selected, we're going to slide across to mask and hit none. Then we're going to slide across the mask options and press rectangle. This time the focus is to just create a mask around the apple. So we're going to pinch it and squeeze it to resize it and rotate it as well. And we want to make sure we're only masking off the apple. Great, now we've got it perfect for one frame, we're going to select on the keyframe button. We're then going to slide backwards and adjust this mask to make sure we're always keeping the apple within the rectangle. Now a little tip, the more keyframes you use, the more accurate your mask is going to be. Great, now we can stop creating these keyframes as soon as the apples go over the green screen, as by this point the green screen is going to take over. Perfect, now let's have a watch and see what it looks like. Great, now it's looking really good, however the section that we've masked has slightly darker ice. So to make this 100% seamless, we're going to need to grade it slightly. So I'm going to select on the layer and then slide across to adjust. I'm going to select on the brightness tab and I'm going to slide it up until it matches the shade of the ice. So in my footage, that looks like it's going to be just around the 20 mark. Great, now as we'd already created keyframes, it's only going to adjust the color during that one keyframe. So we're going to need to repeat this process again for each of our keyframes, readjusting the color. Amazing, now let's check out our finished result. As always, I want to see you guys at home recreate these VFX. Upload your versions to TikTok and Instagram using hashtag VideoleapChallenge and @ myself, Brandon_Baum. I'll be taking a bunch of my favorites and throwing them onto my stories, so guys, good luck.